Well, anyways, hello lads and ladies, my name is Jay, I'm Barista, and welcome to a new stream video where we're watching this. We're playing Coffee Talk 2 again because it's a good game. It's chill. It's nice and calm. And something that I like to indulge myself once in a while. Specifically coffee, because I like to indulge myself in coffee. The Grinch, green, spicy, and not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, it looks puzzling. And I now started to always just save at the end of the day as often as possible so that I don't have to worry about skipping this part or make but no one's watching it because no one's watching anymore. It's kind of sad. At the end of the stream I was a little bit lonely. But not for long. I will have a good time today. Doesn't really, because I don't really care that much for company. I do care for company. That's why I'm streaming in the first place. But it's still a good game. It's still a good story. Inomimi and werewolves may share common ancestry, archaeologists say. That is actually really interesting. By the way, if you didn't know, Inu means dog, so it's basically dog, and Mimi means ear, so dog-eared people and werewolves may or may not share common ancestry. Well, we don't know. We also not part of this world, so sadly, I would do atrocious things to live in a world like this. Lionfish invasion decrease. A successful trial. What? Lionfish? Is that even a thing? Let me Google that for a second. I'm so used currently to use my PlayStation Portable again, but I didn't even think about lionfish. Ah, those ones. Yeah, okay. Just for record, in Germany we call those firefish. Firefish. I don't really know why. That's because they already look poisonous. Technically, yeah, they're poisonous. Countries to block foreign entry amidst unknown livestock bacteria infection. What? Countries to block foreign entry amidst unknown livestock bacteria infection. What? Just start the day. Before I read my own dialogue. Hi, stories. We have stories to watch. It's something scary how so many things come into factor as you make a decision. It shouldn't be that hard, right? It is always that hard. I have tons to think about today. Lucas, you will have your day. Like how to make your timeline more fun. Lucas is such a fucking dork. Metal-ish. I could really use a good cup of tea right now. Aww. I would like for you to visit the coffee shop, the cafe again. Bad traffic at the Elder Street. Avoid. Rihanna is so practical. Like it's terrifying how practical she is. Baileys! I already know who we're gonna have today. Lucas. Oh, he changed his profile picture. That is a new one. Anyways, I mean, he's an influencer, so kind of understandable. There's something missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Looks like bad weather again tonight. Can we have one fucking normal weather in this game? Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. I don't know, I think it's I don't know. I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. Our dream couple! I love you too, they're amazing. It's too dainty. Dainty. What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? That wouldn't be the worst. Okay, then why not? But you have to commit to it. No take-backs this time. be... I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. This is also why I kind of think when usually the planning for those who are currently planning wedding, by the way, just to add some context. Usually in terms of planning a wedding, usually like the usual depiction is that the woman does it, like the wife does it, like the entire time, and it is a huge chaos. It's probably the most amount of stress that person will ever have in their entire life, and I have no fucking idea why the fuck they do that. Just say, hey yo, that's fun, that's fun, that's fun. You okay with that? Sure. I mean, of course, there's a lot of stress about, and wedding business is terrible and whatnot. There's so much bullshit to think about that I can't sum up. But as he said, like, take bags. It's not uncommon that apparently people just randomly change their minds. Apparently, and I don't really get that. My sister did a very simple wedding. And that was nice. It was not very stressful. It was just for a handful of people, like the best friends of best friends, including me. And that was nice. It was a beautiful thing. I don't know. Maybe let's take a break from the topic. Only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? Hey Drapers, what do you think? Pale green, lilac and daffodil yellow? Or red, black and purple? Hey, don't put Drapers onto the spot. No, it's quite right. It's just that I wouldn't know. That's your wedding. Your opinions matter, not mine. She looks so angry. Both look so disappointed in my character. But it's something I would actually say. But also I would have something. I would be in the need of something to visualize it first. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our minds. It's like the centerpieces. Oh please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spotted on Tom of that Chill. Hey, think about it. You both currently have work, as far as I know. Bailey, do you have work right now? I know that you very often, not just broke, but he's a freelancer, let's just say like that. Sounds so mean. That freelancing artists are very often just, yeah. Not that they're bad, but they're often just really, really struggling. So my brain's just like, she's working currently to afford things. Yeah, and technically you could just do, when you still love each other, do another wedding. Think about it that way. Do a thing that you just like the most, that you think would be most chill and inviting for everybody, that you actually would like to have in there. Or just for yourself. Doesn't matter. You can make it about presenting yourself to others, or you can also just make it for yourself. That's one of the other. How you put your mentality into this stuff is always very, very important. But it's important to not overreact, and to not overthink a lot of shit. You know, because that's what happens usually once in a while. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic. But weddings in general are expensive. Especially when you want to have 200 guests. That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family. The keyword is extended. Do you even know half of these people? Yeah, you're also very often arguing. That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either. Thanks for a vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal. With a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Or die trying. I don't know what you want to. Saved by the bell. Let's work. I really can't linger. Oh, it reminds me. Those two currently remind me of a short movie that I watched about a cat and a dog getting married. It's a small animated short, so obviously it's anthropomorphic characters. It's not always, but you get my point. And it's basically about them wanting to open up a bakery, because their passion is baking. And at some point each of them started to go to work, like normal work. And they got so absorbed into work and just living to the next day. And at some point actually got really high up in those things. But they thought that they totally forgot what their actual dream was. And they started fighting more often and everything. In the end, the basic premise was, hey, do you remember what dream we had? We shouldn't have enough money saved up by now, don't we? Right. And then they made peace and realized, yeah, shit. The reason of life is not to overwork yourself, but to enjoy the things that you like. That's just what it's not the reason of life. The reason of life is what you want the reason of life to be. That's the secret. But still, I think I have a drink now, Drapers. Of course. What can I get you? Wait, which day is it? What day is it? What day is it? Good. My cheat sheet. Eurogame. Such a wonderful sight. You're so annoyingly proper, by the way. Knowing at people who are proper, it's just like it doesn't feel right. I liked you in your casual clothes more. First customer on day 6. Coffee, good. So I already have that. Wait, need coffee. I don't have that yet? That is sad. Okay, good. I have work to do, and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good. And with a nice spicy kick, please. Any preference on that spicy kick? No, any strong coffee with spice will do. Thing is, we don't have a lot of spice things. We only have ginger as a spicy thing. And of course I'm gonna use that. It's just warm and bitter. And it's also bitter, but drinkable. GERVtuber. Now that I think about it, I would really like to know what this drink is. That is what I want to drink when I was sick. Kopi Jahe, Indonesian coffee with ginger. Oh, it's an actual thing. But everything I see is just, yeah, coffee talk, coffee talk, coffee talk. Of course it's only coffee talk. Let's have it. And a GERVtuber for the lady. Oh, an oldie goodie. Wait, I have you in it. Finally. And Lua. Votre M est une paysage choise que vos chameaux masqués bergamasques sont de lude et dansant et cassé. Triste sur le déguisement fantastique. I have no idea what I just read there. I gave up on French, honestly. Perhaps when I learned 5 other languages. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. What? You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. I like these two idiots. We have a perfect example for opposites attract. There we are. Oh, hide! A lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. You're so adorable! Why do you always have to fight? This is so much better. It really is. Ever mention I love your smile? Never enough. Yeah, hide. My reaction. Ugh, disgusting. Not my reaction, the opposite of my reaction, but still, you get my point. I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down. And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. It barely doesn't want to order, that is. Hyde, sorry, didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing. Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua properly gets off work. Alright then. Do you hear me, Draper? Spice is the name of the game. Any preferences on spice over base? Nope, just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something. Then double it.
Ah, nice. Hehe.
Martin! It's so sad. I really want to go over the top of the drinks, but I can't. That's one thing I'm missing off Valhalla, which made it so fun. Brew. A Zobo! Can I give you something in order to give something? When? Savage, but it always looks nice. I like the... what is it called? Limitation breeds creativity. You know, and some people just limit themselves on purpose and therefore create very nice things. Which is one of the reasons why I just fucking love this game and the pixelated art style. And literally any type of pixelated game, because I'm a sucker for pseudo nostalgia. I felt up for a challenge, so try this. This is Zobo, a traditional Nigerian drink with an invigorating ginger kick supported by cloves and pineapple. By the way, the tired Chubrook, what did that say? Ginger presides over ground coffee at the bottom of a cup, originally from Indonesia. Oh yeah, it's served there before, and I googled that drink. It just had a different name in it. Why do you have two SIM cards anyways? Why does my character have two SIM cards? Anyways, hide. Yeah, there you are. Vegan vampire, professional model. Part of Lost Angels Agency. Old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. Try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you never will. Let's see if you crack the hide code. Well? This is kind of troublesome, Drapers. You know me a little too well. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is perfectly executed, Zobo. If I ever taste one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Forgive an old man his old man jokes.
Yeah, I always forget height is like 200.
Probably even older. Didn't he say he was like in the fucking First World War or something? I don't know. Hyde's a vampire. He could be. I don't know. He could have met Queen Elizabeth when she was 5. I mean, like multiple centuries old. I'm not going to let this joke die. Not like, I'm not gonna get there. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me zobos like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? Huh. When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still in a marriage track? Still on the marriage track? Yeah, we are. I still kind of try to make Bailey sound a little bit more arrogant, because, well, he's an elf and everything he says kind of sounds arrogant. Dad just found a missing photo of my childhood. That I can only wish you could see how cute I am as a kid. Aww. Yeah, I love yourself, Rachel. I love your paws. We definitely are. Not getting too bored? Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it. Can't, to be honest. I only now realize your horns glow. What the fuck? I mean, it's not a lot. But it's something, and I kind of think it's cool. Okay, let me enjoy the small things in life. So I'm currently playing a game called Repugnant Bounty. If you don't know that game, it's basically what Metroid 2 could have looked like in a different universe. And it's so good and so fun, and it's a game that came out last year for the Game Boy, and I just fucking love it. The thing is, what my point here is, as soon as I have money, which can take a while, but as soon as I have it, I'm gonna buy that game on Steam, and we're gonna fucking crush it. It doesn't take a lot of time. It only costs like $10. But still, my point is that it's fun, you know? Get it? Guess we're worrying about pixelated stuff, so my trailer thoughts let me astray. Happens to the best of us. Could you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey, here we go again. See that something's on change. And such a dramatic backdrop too. You should start serving popcorn drippers. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Ryan, and I'm going to have a drink. Bye, Drapers. Bye, Hyde. See ya. Hey, be positive and... Make it like Mr. Hyde's favorite blood type. Be positive.
But it's... I'm sorry.
What can I make for you, Mr. Bailey? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. Chocolate, perhaps? Yes, chocolate with honey milk could work. In that order. Chocolate, honey, milk. Bam! Knew it. A Chocobi miracle.
Why does that sound like a fucking Final Fantasy animal? What the hell? Serve it.
Wait a second, Bailey. I'm gonna read that soon. Chocobi miracle. Sweet, nourishing, healthy chocolate. I love you, weirdos. You're so annoying. In a good way. Baileys. 10th August. Freelance designer and #1 pumpkin spice fan. Baileys, you have to set your taste buds on a fucking journey. If pumpkin spice is your #1 thing. There we go. Chocobi miracle for you. Perfect. This feels so good, Drapers. And this just sounded so fucking wrong. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this, it's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. Dun dun dun. I hope Lou again didn't get too soaked. Huh. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Then while fighting. You tell me, this wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family, you mean since you cut them off? Yes, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lou and I haven't fought about anything. Until now, every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? See, that's what I mean. Because we all have some kind of picture in our head. If you ever thought about marrying someone at all, ever, you have had a thing like this in your head once. And at some point, this just accumulates into some kind of scenery that you don't really know if you like it or not. So you just have to finish it off with some planning. Yeah, I'm making this all too easy because it's usually how I take life, okay? Leave me alone. I try to chill 90% of the time. Life is stressful. Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it. It's not a bad start, in truth. But if you don't have a specific expectation, why don't you just let her do what you want? You make it sound so easy. I wanted to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tom and Chill. Every wedding picture she's pinning online, all the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day.
Oh, you two are so heartwarming.
But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She said it's too much, too expensive, this too bad. Is it too much? Too expensive? That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding, just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding. You're a remarkably presumptuous young man, Mr. Hyde. No, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he got something to say, I want to hear it. Good, because I was going to say whether you like it or not. Good, because I was going to say whether you like it or not. You're sitting here going on about everything Lua should want, as if you couldn't know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone, no, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they need. Lua's the only one who can tell what Lua wants. But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help you if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute, or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding, just to make you feel good about yourself. But what if we take so long that we reach old age, and we're still not married? If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. And since you're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding based on your skewed ideas of what Lua's wedding should be. Wise words from an incredibly ancient being that still looks hot as fuck, but is really annoying. That sounds pretty sad to me. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear, Baileys. But it's also not wrong. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this, though. This tough love thing, are you, Hyde? Perhaps should consider career and couples counseling. That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling, doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. I thought you were having a good time in LA. I was, until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with my the agency just in case, but there aren't many modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you going to do then? Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. Did I read that right? mafia dwarf buddies. Wait, how old do dwarves get in this universe? I mean, you might be still hard looking, but you are ancient. Are you sure those people are still alive? Ah, wait, it was a joke.
Why did it take me so long?
Come on, I'm obviously kidding. Are you?
My character's just like, what? He's such a burner. What the fuck?
I wouldn't back to them. I'd go back to being chased by them. Besides, I checked in on them and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Yeah, but wasn't that the thing I did? Meanwhile, the grandkids manage the whole enterprise. Like it's some sort of stardom.
Bailey has like the most confused look on his face. And if I wouldn't laugh so hard at this, I would too.
Are we seriously talking about the mafia right now? That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about.
Your nephew is so dumb. I love it.
Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. I can't help it when I see an earnest face. I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a stardom? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people. Impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Huh. Fine art was the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. Chiaroscuro. Say that 3 times fast in a row. God, it feels like a tongue twister, but it just shouldn't. Chiaroscuro. Good. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. And putting blue on skin tones isn't novel anymore. Hold on. I know someone who would probably argue against that. I have to screenshot this and send that to her later. I'm gonna have an argument. Hey, I need reasons to stay in touch with people because I'm not social enough to do that on my own. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt, shh. If my mafia buddies find out, I'll be in trouble. You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that, you don't sugarcoat. Your advice. You're pretty a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. I'm moving here to be closer to him. What was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. Ah, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day, finally.
She just left!
In a hurry to leave, Mr. Bailey? Huh. Not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keeping bickering? No, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. Or phenomenal advice you got from the centuries-old vampire. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while. Good elf. Enjoy your night, then. I think I will. I had a very weird sound right now. Well, anyways. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Travis. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Baileys. Mr. Hyde? Now, what was that about the mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short, because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. So, minimum a century ago? I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in, day out. At some point I decided that I need a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job. Not on his watch. So you slipped his watch. You know me well, Travis. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. And I was to provide the ride. They provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing, I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left the pile of pillows under the duvet height-shaped, and I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys, and I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intend to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view, for the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right on the thick of it, when suddenly we hear a tap on the window. Let me guess. That was Gala, the wolf himself. He peers inside. Then he started banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze, and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and tosses my date outside. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh, Japers, I wish. But I love this game. The characters are so good. I know there's not a lot of action or a lot of shit to do. It's just making coffee and talking to people. But it's so fun because the characters are just really well written. If you have well written characters with a good amount of depth that actually kind of feel like they could be actual fucking people. Oh, you know what I mean? That's the same reason why you enjoy usually movies, because the characters actually seem fun. We're just very overpowered characters, or characters that never do anything wrong, are just bad. The reason why everybody hates Captain Marvel. Not because Captain Marvel's a bad character, she's just badly portrayed. And I wouldn't even say it's because of the actress. It's just really bad writing. Here we have Mr. Hyde. There's no Jekyll here, by the way. He's just casually sneaking away from his bodyguard because his bodyguard is too obsessed with doing his job. It's great. I love it. And the bodyguard is now now for fuck's sake works at a hospital. How can it not be great? Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of a car, if you can believe that. That's a consensuous bodyguard if I ever heard of one. Right? Totally earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have a chance to explain the situation. At least not until he removed my gag.
I have questions, and I don't want them to be answered.
Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. Poor Gala. Drapers, I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say, poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I wouldn't be angry at Gala even then.
Oh, I love you idiots.
In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the West. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account, though he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. That doesn't sound unfair. Huh, I suppose it wasn't. He also gave me the car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see now. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. You're ever more sentimental than a father, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental, That's what you took away from that story. Also that you're into BDSM and that I don't want to know more about it, but okay. But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped and this is my cue to go, before I lose all my remaining cred. You had any cred? I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. And Trapus? Yes? Nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. And safe journey home. Ha! Perfectly saved. Galaxy Minty witness the morphing in Nebula as the lemon is poured into the cup. Magical and refreshing. Anyways, before we continue, I want to say, I hope you had fun. I had fun. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Video? For fuck's sake, when are we watching this? Toodaloo.